So in today's question, we were asked a very similar question to the past couple of days. And the question is going to read, in a laboratory experiment, 3 mice will be placed in a simple maze that has just one decision point where a mouse can turn either left or right. When the first mouse arrives at the decision point, the direction he chooses is recorded. The same is done for the second and third mouse. So this problem is very similar to the problem we saw on Wednesday, and the only difference is now we're dealing with a third mouse. So our tree diagram is going to be a little bit larger, and our possible outcomes will include that third mouse. Question 1 is going to read, draw a tree diagram where the first stage represents the decision made by the first mouse, the second stage represents the decision made by the second mouse, and so on. Determine all 8 possible outcomes of the decisions for the 3 mice. I just underlined 8 because that's going to tell us there should be 8 outcomes. So when we fill out this table to the right, or this chart to the right, we should be filling out for all 8 outcomes. So we're going to start off and we're going to draw a tree diagram, and the reason why it's going to tell us to draw a tree diagram. So for our tree diagram, it's going to be very similar to Wednesday. I'm going to have this first mouse, this second mouse, and finally this third mouse. And then think, so our first mouse goes, and at some point it hits a point where it has to decide. This mouse can either go right, or this mouse could go left. And that's our first mouse. The second mouse then goes, and if the first mouse went right, the second mouse has the same options. From that, it can go right, or it can then choose to go left. Now, if the first mouse went left, the second mouse could then either go right, or the second mouse could go left. That's for that second mouse. Now, last but not least, we have a third mouse. Now, if the second mouse went right, the third mouse can then decide either to go right or left. If the second mouse went left, the third mouse can either go right or left. Now, if the mouse again can either go right or left, and then right or left from that second mouse's decision. That would be our tree diagram to represent all possible outcomes. And what are the possible outcomes? Well, let's start off and let's list maybe one possible outcome. And let's look and say, well, this first mouse, it looks like, can go right, right, right. And that's one possible outcome. Right, right, right. We'll look at maybe one more together, and then another possible outcome will, it could go right, the first mouse, second mouse can go right, but the third mouse can go left. Right, right, left. So take a second, if you want, pause the video, and fill out the remaining possible outcomes. So there should be 6 more possible outcomes. So we have our 8 possible outcomes listed to the table to the right. And now we're ready to move on to kind of that next section, that next question. So in that next question, question 2, it's going to read, use the tree diagram from problem 1, which we just made, to help answer the following question. If for each mouse the probability of turning left is 0.5 and the probability of turning right is 0.5, what is the probability that only one of the 3 mice will turn left? Please show all work. And let's just take a second, and you can flip back to your tree diagram and think about, there's going to actually be 3 outcomes where only one of the 3 mice will turn left. And take a second and think about what those 3 possible outcomes are. And I'll start off and I'll say, well, one possible outcome is the first mouse can go left, next 2 mouses can go right. In this case, once again, only one mouse turned left. Well, another possible outcome would be the reverse. First mouse can go right, second mouse can go right, and third mouse can go left. And there's one more possible outcome. First mouse can go right, second mouse can go left, third mouse can go right. And those would be our 3 outcomes where only one mouse turns left. And if you're saying, well, what's another outcome? What about left, right, left? Well, once again, in this case, 2 mice turned left, which is why that would not apply here. So we'll just erase that. We would just have those 3 outcomes in green. Now our next step is going to be to find the probability that each one of these outcomes occurs. And it's a 0.5 chance that a mouse will turn left or right, meaning I'm just going to be multiplying 0.5 times 0.5 times 0.5. If you're saying, why are we doing that? Well, remember, it's a 0.5 chance the mouse will turn left, 0.5. 0.5 chance it'll turn right, 0.5. And 0.5 chance it'll turn right again, 0.5. If you multiply this all together, you get 0.125. Now we're going to do the same throughout. Once again, to find the probability of this outcome, we would do it's 0.5 it can go right, 0.5 it'll go right again, and you might be catching on to a pattern. In 0.5 it would go left. Multiply them together, we get 0.125. And for that last outcome, you might have seen the pattern. It's going to be 0.5 times 0.5 times 0.5 because it's the same probability to go right and left. Meaning I'm going to end up with 0.125. Now our last step is it's going to say, what is the probability that only one of the three mice will turn left? Well, there's three potential outcomes, three potential ways that a mouse will turn left only once. So what we would do next is we would add these together, or you can multiply 0.125 times 3, but we'll add them together, and that'll give us the probability that only one mice will turn left. And when we add them together, we get 0.375. So that would be actually the final answer for question 2. Now question 3, that final question is going to read, if the researcher conducting the experiment adds food in a simple maze such that the probability of each mouse turning left is now 0.7, what is the probability that only one of the three mice will turn left? To answer the question, use a tree diagram from problem 1. So we won't make a new tree diagram. It's actually going to be very similar to that question 2. And remember, it's still saying what's the probability that only one mice will turn left. So we're actually going to be using the same kind of possible outcomes, left, right, 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 left, and right, left, right, because in each one of these scenarios, only one mouse turned left. Now the difference here is now it's saying that the probability of turning left is 0.7 because this researcher added food. So now we're saying it's not 0.5 anymore to turn left. There's a probability of up to 0.7 chance that it'll turn left. Now if there's a 0.7 chance it'll turn left, it tells us there has to be a 0.3 chance it'll turn right. And why is that the case? Well, remember, probability has to add up to 1, and there's two options here, left or right. 0.7 plus 0.3 would give us 1. So now we're going to be multiplying 0.7 times 0.3 times 0.3. And when we multiply those together, it's going to give us 0.063. And once again, from the pattern from above, well, we do the same thing. We multiply 0.3 times 0.3 times 0.7. It's kind of just in reverse, and we'd end up with the same probability, 0.063. And same idea, we'd end up with 0.063. So we're really just multiplying those same numbers together. And then last but not least, we want to find out, well, what's the probability that only one of the three mice will turn left? We could add these together, so it's really the same concept as that question 2. So we can add them together, or you can multiply by 3. And when you add them together, you multiply by 3, you'd get 0.189. And 0.189 would be our final answer for question 3.